It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Bengals on Thursday night.
It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Joseph Osai, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Checks that one down, complete to Moss. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On the delay, it's Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the play. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jay Tufele has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow escaping the pressure right.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mixon on the toss right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Burrow looking to pass. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Singletary to get the drive started. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Second down and 8. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Throwing is Allen on third. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he is not him down right about the 1-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. The open man is Westbrook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 2nd down now. Mixon shoves him aside. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Danico Autry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second down, Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Burrow will throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Gregory Rousseau. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dayo Odengbo in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, what a move. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. On second down now, Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now they'll do 3rd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there for the Bills. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's brought down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it.
Now Burrow loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 30, past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniel Odengbo able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 2nd and goal, Allen, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. Steps away to his left. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw again on second down. Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it. So they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
On the ground with a tight end. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Allen now on 1st down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cleveland, where it'll be the Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins.
The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The Burrow's throw pulled in by Tate.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. handoff, running left, Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 1st down, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Shelling, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
McPherson on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dio Odengbo in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
That escapes the sack. And that is incomplete. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, "Don't do that again." What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. You're right there with me. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On second down, Mixon takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. On third down, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Burrow will throw. Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Danico Autry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Reader racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Trying to improvise. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Burrow on play action.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Singletary, they'll run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. First down. Here's Burrow. Caught on the right side by Adams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Mixon again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Uses the stiff arm. Oh, he sheds himself free. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Then he finds Beasley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen now looks to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis.
But it'll be second down. working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, it's Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Allen. Buying time to his left.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Big 13. 11 MT tight. 11.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 79 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down.